Hello everyone. If you want to improve your relationship, learn relationship hack or listen to entertaining and educating relationship stories, please subscribe, like, and share. Share your own story in the comments section below. Thank you. Comment what do you think about this situation. Update. 39/M My wife 39/F of 16 years cheated on me. It's been just over a month since I discovered my wife's affair. Where do I begin? My first post was here. About 2 weeks after the discovery. Curiosity got the better of me. I got into her email account and read more past emails between the two of them. She didn't know casually deleting emails doesn't completely delete them permanently for a while. I learned that they first started having sex in January. I learned she used our special signature to sign her love email to him. Also a couple weeks ago, when I continued to beat her up with my obsessive questions, she drank a lot and answered some of them. They did it 3-4 times via their 3-week-long conferences. They snuck around their conferences at night. No protection was used while having sex. He pulled out. They supposedly agreed that end of May was the end of the affair. But as we all know, that didn't really happen as they were still emailing and texting as of early June. This left me with a lot of pain. When I saw stranger pregnant women, I would get totally freaked out and worried what if she did get pregnant. Thankfully she didn't. Gosh. I need to get tested. I had other obsessive thoughts such as does she get confused between the two of us? She said she doesn't because we are very different. Would she die and regret not following up with her fling? No. Especially if we do well together, and other sexual questions such as what positions did they do it in? Did she moan and enjoyed it? Who first started the sex? Did she give him blowjobs? Did they do it in the shower? Did he make her come? Etc. But I think answers to those sexual ones, especially the answers I fear most, would just cause more obsessive thoughts, and I better off not know. I may die not ever know and may wish to never know. My wife has been completely apologetic. She showed me how terrible she feels for bringing so much pain to me. Many tears. Lots of apology. I would get flashbacks and other obsessive thoughts and she would try to comfort me. However, when things got really tough for me, she would withdraw. Each time she sees me in so much pain, the guilt is too much on her and she just wanted to go hurt herself for it. I of course don't want that. Strangely, we have been getting very close and have been having a lot of kissing, affection, and yes, even sex. At least once a day. Sometimes twice. No more dead bedrooms for me. She longs for the attention that I now fully give her and the sex comes naturally. It feels like we are dating again and that's unbelievable. Interestingly, she was really tired one day and turned me down for sex. She had to get up really early next day. The next day, I was an ass and got mad and told her she had no right to refuse sex from me since she presumably didn't refuse sex from that asshole. My words. She nodded and had no problem agreeing to have sex with me every day. That night, I felt terrible and apologized to her and said that I had no right to ask that of her. I truly want her to desire me and I crave for her attention and affection like she does of me. Sex is not the only thing I'm after and I do not ever want her to feel trapped or obligated to have it with me. That would be a terrible life for her and for me. She told me under no uncertain terms that he was nothing to her. She simply used him because he gave her the attention she wanted. She said she was lost and became selfish. She told me she doesn't even think of him now, likely have suppressed him out is my interpretation, and that I'm the one who would bring him up when I do have my flashbacks. I made it clear to her that if this ever happens again, I won't be sticking around. Obviously she promises that will not ever happen again. I draw strict boundaries about she is to never have any contact with him again. And if he ever makes any form of contact, I'd be the first to know. I realize as I always know since the day I met her, that I hopelessly love her. But I also know that if her heart doesn't belong with me, I'd rather let her go. I told her that much. The duration and extent of the affair showed me that they were heavily involved and in love with each other. I told her I'll do my best to show her how much I love and admire her, and I also apologized for working too many long hours, disrespecting her work at times in the past, and was not giving her the attention she deserves and I truly want to give. We took each other for granted and that should never happen. For the past week, my obsessive thoughts have greatly subsided. Thank goodness. I'd die otherwise. I showed my love to her every chance I have, and she does for me. We text and email each other while at work. We easily spend 3-4 hours per night talking. I truly feel good about how we are doing. We are getting counseling and therapy. I strongly feel we have a great chance at building an even stronger marriage moving forward. We now notice so many unhappy couples around us, even our own close friends. We know better and focus and give each other full attention and affection. I bet those couples might feel jealous or perhaps think we are nuts. If only those people know what we have been going through. Here's a great book I'd like to share. Not Just Friends. Rebuilding Trust and Recovering Your Sanity After Infidelity by Shirley Glass. Summary. Affair can happen to even good relationships. Guard yourself against it. Don't ever engage in any intimate conversation with non-partner spouse. It all starts out with "Oh, we are just friends." I guess it worked out. She trickled truth to so much that there is no way I could trust her. Lying several times after being caught on top of using personal romantic gestures and parading him right in front of your face would be unforgivable to me. It doesn't seem healthy from my perspective, but if you are honestly happy then I say good luck. I say this as someone that advocates open relationships. Sex is just sex, but the constant abuse of trust is too much for me to overlook, not to mention she swore on your children's lives, which is completely scummy. He's not happy, he's trying to get back what he lost and she feels guilt. I currently have a friend who cheated and the amount of speep he's done to get in her good graces is ridiculous. People can overcome cheating, but what frightens me is that Op internalized it and blamed himself. The thought of being cuckolded drives me and a lot of men insane. Say what you will, Op, but what I read from your first post was that you tried to communicate, you tried to initiate sex and she would give you none, meanwhile she gave it to P. Not once did you step out when your needs weren't filled. I'm not even sure of the level of mental gymnastics you've had to put yourself through in order to stay with her after all that. I just don't get it. After all she's done. The lies. The betrayal. You still believe words that come out of her mouth? You really think she isn't going to cheat again once this post-guilt sex she's giving you runs out? How do you just ignore all the lies and bullspeep and then just choose to start believing her? Why would you? This woman put your life in danger. You could have HIV right now and not even know it. Because of her. Because you trusted her. Now you're making the same mistake again. You actually think people are jealous of what you have? Dude. Come on. You are living every married man's worst fear. And trying desperately to convince yourself you are doing the right thing. My only advice to you is to get checked for STDs. Start wearing condoms with her because she can't be trusted. She's having unprotected sex with other men. Then purposefully exposing you to whatever she may catch. Wear condoms or you may wake up one day and realize you've been betrayed again. And this time it could cost you your physical health instead of just mental. I really hope I'm wrong. But I doubt it. I wish you the best of luck. As I mentioned, if this ever remotely comes close to happening again, I'm done. I can be hopeful. But I'm also not going to be dumb enough to withstand that again. I am no expert. But the frame you are putting around this is false. You are using a fool me once. mentality. As if she peeped up big once. And if she does it again, she's gone. The problem with this is that she did not peep up once. She peeped up hundreds of times. She cheated on you and lied to you hundreds of times. Every deleted text, every kiss, every peep, every lie, every single day. You are not giving her a 3 strikes you're out. You are giving her a 435 strikes you're out. It probably would have been more if you OP had not peeked and caught her. How long would she have gone on cheating if she had been less careless? Would she have ever confessed on her own? She never felt guilty enough about it to volunteer her infidelity. She didn't think you needed to know the whole truth even when confronted. She came clean because she saw you might leave her and didn't want to lose you in the knot all at once. And not for the right reasons. And not out of love. It's damage control. This is how trickle truthing works. She let you know just enough to satisfy your burning curiosity. But not everything at once because you'd probably find the whole story unbearable and leave her. Instead she kept secrets as much as she could. As long as she could. Trickle truthing is ultimately cruel as in what else is yet to come? What else is she keeping from me? And it is ultimately selfish by denying you the right to make a fully informed decision about your future. And putting her desire to keep the status quo first. It is certainly not loving. I appreciate this view. Indeed she would be and should be worried that I would leave her and take the kids with me when I first found out. That's surely the main reason the trickle truth came. I have come to accept that by trying to put myself in her shoes. I doubt anyone else would act much differently. I'm not an expert. But I guess you are here for advice. I would strongly recommend individual therapy for you. The seeming cognitive dissonance in your comments is unsettling to me. You are an idiot. Not because you are reconciling but because you are choosing to remain blind. Why would she get an IUD if they just had sex 3-4 times? Why would she get it if he pulled out? Can only mean that she preferred it without the condom. Getting a little pity sex and that is all you need? What a doormat. This whole IUD thing weighed on me at times. Can't turn back time now. Why can't you just ask her now? Are you scared? The whole process takes 2-5 years according to most experts. She is already withdrawing when she thinks you are thinking about her affair. Wait until the guilt goes away. The reasons she cheated are still there. The person that lied is still there. All these years of putting her on a pedestal and your love for her is blinding you to the situation. Your best chances are infidelity specialized marriage counselor. People reconcile. But you are just setting up both of you for failure if you continue being in denial and unhealthy fake optimism. Because it won't help me any. So what if the answer is she wanted to make the sex they had easier? That would just be pure pain for me to know and doesn't help me heal any better. You will never heal like this. You are trying to bandage an infected wound. Things will only get worse if you ignore them.